Your business can only scale to a point that your systems can handle. So today I'm going to show you how I built what I call my AI operating system using Claude and how it runs pretty much every single area of my business. And I'm not going to go into the high level coding stuff, right? I'm going to talk about developer tools like Claude app and what you can do with Sheets and systems and Google Drive, because that's the foundation of what the actual coding needs later on to actually operate anyway. You're a business owner who's doing between 3 to 5 to 10k per month. You've got clients, you're delivering, you're grafting, but you're doing everything from your head, right? Your task list is on a notes on your phone or a random whiteboard in your office. Your financial tracking is basically just logging into your bank and going, yep, sweet, that looks fine. Your client management is scattered across WhatsApp messages and emails, and you're wondering why you cannot take on more clients and why you feel like you are maxing out at this level. Right, so I want to talk to you about something that is genuinely one of the most overlooked areas in business. It's got nothing to do with your offer. It's not your marketing, it's not your content, and it's definitely not how many followers that you've got. It's your operations, because I see this constantly with business owners and service providers who they come to me and they're stuck at the same revenue month that they've had month after month, and they just can't seem to work out why they can't scale. They've got a great offer, right? They've got great clients coming in, they're posting content, they're doing the work, but they just can't seem to break through that plateau, right? And the reason is always almost the same, right? The back end is a complete mess. There's no system for tracking money. There's no system for tracking managing capacity. There's no system on what needs to be done and who needs to do what, right? And the ceiling isn't performance. The ceiling is that you can't actually handle performance. Your business can only scale to a point that your systems can handle. So today I'm going to show you how I built what I call my AI operating system using Claude and how it runs pretty much every single area of my business. And I'm not going to go into the high level coding stuff, right? I'm going to talk about developer tools like Claude app and what you can do with Sheets and systems and Google Drive, because that's the foundation of what the actual coding needs later on to actually operate anyway. Right, so stick with me on this one, because genuinely by the end of this video you will be a lot more organized, a lot more efficient, and be able to scale to completely different levels. So let me paint a picture, because I can guarantee you that this is going to be you right now. You're a business owner who's doing between 3 to 5 to 10k per month. You've got clients, you're delivering, you're grafting, but you're doing everything from your head, right? Your task list is on a notes on your phone or a random whiteboard in your office. Your financial tracking is basically just logging into your bank and going, yep, sweet, that looks fine. Your client management is scattered across WhatsApp messages and emails, and you're wondering why you cannot take on more clients and why you feel like you are maxing out at this level. And the answer is because your operations are completely capping you, right? Think about it like this. If I said to you right now, could you take on 50 more clients tomorrow, what would happen? Right? Most business owners would panic because they don't even know what the current capacity looks like. They don't even know how many hours it's going to take with delivery on admin and what capacity that they've got. And if you do not know that, then how are you actually supposed to scale, right? You cannot pour water into a bucket that has got holes in it, or a bucket that is already full, right? That is running a business without proper systems. It's a leaky bucket, it's overspilling, it's a mess, right? So the first thing that you need to understand is that operations is not boring admin stuff, right? Operations is the thing that actually determines whether a business will stay at 5 grand a month or 500 grand a month. And the business owners who I work with who scale the fastest are the ones who aren't even got the best offer or the best marketing, right? They are always the ones who've got the systems locked down first, right? Now with AI, specifically with Claude, you can build all of these sheets and these systems and everything for your entire business within seconds. Like, there's no excuse for it anymore. And when you go to the next layer and level with terminal coding, multi-agents and Kapathy loops, like, God, you can do some mad stuff. But right now, let's get the basics in place. So when I say management sheets, I mean like Google Sheets, spreadsheets, tracking, organizing, managing specific things. So for example, I've got sheets for content planning. I've got sheets for onboarding checklist. I've got sheets for tracking. I've got sheets for weekly planning. I've got sheets for project management. And every single one of these were all built using Claude, right? And the way it works is really simple. You go to Claude, the app, literally what you're using right now, and just type out what you need with capabilities turned on. So it might go like this. I need a Google Sheet management tracker for my clients' onboarding processes, and I work with these businesses. This is the step-by-step process that I take, turn it into an SOP sheet for me, right? And Claude will literally build that sheet for you in seconds, like literally formatting, conditions, everything, right? And then you go straight to Google Sheets, you check it, it's working in minutes, sweet. Then now that's something that can actually scale. So imagine that times every single area of your business, right? You're not asking, right, it to write a fucking poem. You're asking it to organize information logically. That is the epitome of what these systems were organized to do. But nobody seems to be doing it. So now think about your content, your sales pipeline, your checklists, your task management sheet structures. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I have built out sheets for, God, every single area of my business with Claude now, because I'm like, right, well, let's get this as an operational format. I used to pay £600 to £700 for a Google sheet at a time, whereas now I can pop these out in seconds, right? And the more specific you are with what you need and what you need to manage, the same with anything else with AI, the better that the actual output will be in terms of what it actually gives back to you. So the next piece of advice I'm going to give to you, right, is task management. And this is for you, your teams, and everyone. So not just like you doing a to-do list, like giving a task management sheet, which also has scorecard structures with people's targets and everything in place, right? It's understanding what your week looks like, your team looks like, and also understanding where you are spending the majority of your time. Right? I'll literally show you an example of my task management sheet on here, which all of my higher management and team have, so I can check on what they're doing and check in where they're putting high priority time into, right? So what you'll find is that you will be not actually being anywhere near as efficient as you should be, and also your team members as well, right? And you get to a point where it's just chaos because it's just WhatsApp here and WhatsApp there, and then things are missed, and then something is better forgotten about, or it's not prioritized, and you eventually just get this constant ball of just fuckery, right, which is hard to get out of. You need to have it locked down, so when you have got your setting process, your sales process, your paid ads, your emails, your content production, your fulfillment, onboarding, offboarding, right, there's a proper task management system in place, right? There's a proper SOP. And again, Claude built all of this for me, right? So I went into Claude with my task management system. It was as simple as this. Broke down everything that I wanted to manage with task priority index and the time it was taking me to complete tasks and tasks by department, right? And then it now built it all color coded, prioritized, right? Then I was like, sweet, right? That then basically got me to hire 4 teams at once because I realized that I was so stretched out in my business. Like, that's how important these task management sheets are and these operational sheets in these systems, right? And it's the difference, right? Genuinely, it's the difference between a business owner who actually scales and a business owner who actually is just stuck, right? One has basically visibility and accountability and compliance, and the other one is just guessing, right? So now this is the big one, right? This changed everything for us. In the last 12 months, when we have had multiple businesses, it's been really, really difficult to look at constant, accurate profit and loss, right? So when we're looking at like profit and loss of one business versus another business, then looking at what the enterprise level is, God, that is difficult because you've got to work out everything on one sheet to another sheet to merge it with expenses, to merge it with this, and it's like, wow, it's just chaos, right? I've never invested so much in my business at the moment and grown so much off the back of one single project on Claude that then runs our finance on a month-to-month basis. So instead of now having to wait for a bookkeeper or wait for someone to configure something or wait for this, I've got my P&L sheet. This is exactly what's been in. This is exactly what's out. Bang, stick it in. These are all the expenses that you need to drop. This is where you're paying for 4 subscriptions on an AI like I have done God knows how many times, right? And I'm not saying that you replace your accountant, but it means that you've got accurate, acute, fast financial advice. You can spot trends. You can pull through back on your own expenses. You can ask it to tell you where and how much and can you actually invest into your business. So that's all I do now on a monthly basis. I run my income, my expenses, right? I get my stuff out, put all my pensions, my ISAs, my investment properties and everything through. Whatever's left over, fucking it's fair game, bang. And I'm spending it all on AI like you'll be seeing and you should see anyway. So I spend upwards of like £20,000 plus per month at the moment on artificial intelligence developers and consultants, right? Because I know that I've got that cash flow to use. But if I didn't have that accurate financial reporting from my Claude system, like I'd be guessing or I'd be waiting 2-3 weeks to get to that decision, right? So this is where like Claude Projects and the connectors and the co-working connectors are absolutely ridiculous, right? So when you go into that project and you go onto the connector and you click onto it, you'll be able to see that you can pull through multiple different live sheets. So it might be a Google connector, it might be Xero, might be QuickBooks, it might be anything. And you can pull through this and you can have this constant feedback loop of not only your task management sheets, your organization sheets, your media production, your emails, your appointment sales, your sales, sales, your paid ads, right? You create this operational format. Like I've built tools for clients. This is high level, maybe down the line. I've built tools for clients that pulls through their live API, meta ads performance, does competitor scraping, and then pulls that information onto a Google sheet that is connected to their financial overview, and the sheet and the logic will tell him and tell them, right, how much he needs to spend and how much he can spend to scale his ads. This is all AI. This is every single part of it is AI. Like, I can't fucking do that. There's no chance I'd be able to sit and figure out all those automations. But when you've got a vision for it, you can do it. But this is where you need to have an operational mindset. And this is where I need to be really, really honest with you, right? If you are only running the basics right now in your business, like you've not even got KPI tracking, or you've not even got scorecards, or you've not even got task management, like you're going to get fucked. You're going to get left behind. Like, and when you get your head into Claude properly and you start operating like this, it will blow your head off. Once you nail the foundations down, right, from that point, that's the starting point. Once you've got this operating system running with all of your task management, all of your media production channels, all of your sheets, all of your teams, all of your task management, all of your profit, all of your finance, all of everything, right, then from that point, that's when you can start linking it, right? That's when you can start looking at make.com or NAN, or then looking at Zapier to be integrating multiple agents, to then connect into terminal code and building out like Kapathy loops with the agent teams on there that operate from these sheets, right? But you can't run into that point until you've got this baseline data and you've got these sheets. So that's the first place that you need to start, right? You can go away right now and start building it yourself, right? And everything that I've shown you on your own, and I encourage you to do that. Generally, I encourage you to do that. But if you want, and this is one tiny part of a business, if you want the copy and paste SOPs to set up Claude projects with exact instructions done, the exact knowledge that you need, how to get all of your co-work set up with an assessment on your business for the highest ROI areas with a copy and paste SOP to set up co-work, to have the highest ROI activities using Claude Chrome, plus everything else I do inside my company with personal brand SS and how invested I am into personal branding and also using AI, right? Then I want you to reach out for help. I want you to go to the description in my bio, right? Book a call with my team. You will see that we run our discovery calls different to other people. We run our community different to other people. I am integrated into every single part of this company. Why? Because I love it. Like you can see, I love it. I love every single part of this. I love every single person who comes through the door. I love living in a place of impossibility. And I want to get people as excited about business that I am now. Like I've always been in the last 12 years, but even more so in the last 2.5, right? Oh my God, like this stuff blows my mind every single day. Every single time I'm on it, it completely blows my mind. And I want it to change your life, and I want it to change your business like it has done for mine and hundreds of clients that I'm working with. And if you want to find out more about what we do at the Coach Consultant, go straight to my description, right? Go straight to the top link, find out about what we do and where you're at right now. Drop in an application and book a call. And I really, really hope to see you on the inside at some point soon, guys. Thank you.